Looking for an awesome alternative to normal breakfast? Let's make a cinnamon roll the size of my face. For those early morning games, we're gonna kick bacon and eggs to the curb. When you gotta have tailgate food for breakfast, I got something way better for you. We're gonna be making a gigantic cinnamon roll in a pan on the grill that you can bring everybody around. This thing has a wonderful presentation. It's a great alternative to the standard breakfast at your tailgate. But we're gonna take one thing and elevate a little bit. You know that frosting packet, that gourmet little tub of crap? Yeah, we're throwing that away. We're making our own today. We're gonna start with 1 whole bag of powdered sugar and about a 1/4 cup of melted butter. Now I have the melted butter in this pan. Just gonna dump the powdered sugar in. A lot of powdered sugar. Next, we're going to come in with a 1/2 cup of milk. I like using whole milk. We already got our butter in there. Now we come in with a 1/4 cup of brewed coffee. Sometimes I'll even add a little extra. I really like that brewed coffee in this. Let me go about maybe 3/4 of a cup. A little bit of salt. I'm going to come in with about 2 teaspoons of maple syrup. Use a good maple syrup. This one's actually been aged in bourbon barrels, which is even more fun, but whatever your favorite is. We finished off with 2 tablespoons of our favorite maple syrup. You can do a little bit more if you like, if you want them a little more mapley. And then we just start stirring. Seems like a lot of powdered sugar, but powdered sugar melts down really quick. Then we got to taste it just to make sure we like it. That's where you kind of add a little bit more salt, a little bit more milk. That's really good. That's really good. And one thing I will do when I'm cooking this on the grill is I'm just going to take this pan and sit it on top of my grill. I don't really want to melt this or liquefy it too much, but because it's sugar based, that extra little bit of heat is just going to make sure it's kind of the right consistency to spread all over that cinnamon roll. I'm only going to do it for about a minute or 2, just to thin out and make sure we melt the last of that sugar. We're just going to take a cold stick of butter. I left my pan out in the sun because I'm cooking outside. Makes it just warm enough to butter that thing up. Get all the edges buttered. Rolling's real easy. You're going to take 1 lone cinnamon roll off your pile. You're going to put it right in the middle. Find the center of your pan, and that's important because if it's off center, the whole thing's going to look a little weird. And then from there, we're just going to start taking cinnamon rolls. Depending on the size of your pan, is going to change how much you use. We're just going to unwind them and rewind them all the way around. Now it's important to pack this really tight because if you pack it loose, you're going to have voids in it. It's best to do this when these cinnamon rolls are cold. If they start getting warm, they start getting real tacky. They're a little hard to work with at that point. By now you guys know I don't really do anything hard. I just do stuff that's kind of fun and different. That's what really gets me excited, and especially because we're going to be cooking this on a grill today. That Hasty Bake grill is going to add a little bit of smoke. Not too much, it's not going to taste barbecuey. I kind of like to think it tastes like it came off a wood stove. Alright, we jammed as many in that pan as we could. We got about 2.5 of these pop cans in there. All I'm going to do is kind of smash it down a little bit. I really want to have all those layers kind of get sticky. We got our Hasty Bake grill fired up at 350 over here. Now you're really just following the directions that are on that pop can. It's 350 degrees. Some of these say 15 to 20 minutes. I like to go with how brown it looks on the outside. We're going to be putting that frosting on it. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. Let's put this thing on the Hasty Bake. Let that cinnamon roll finish. Blaze this thing up. We're going to go to town on that thing. I want you to take a look at that presentation right there. That's why I love doing this. Massive, just so exciting for someone to see that dropped on the table in front of them. And since I'm the first one in, I get the middle. Some of that frosting. Absolutely perfect.